Good evening, everyone. HBO here. This one, I'm on the road, and if I don't place this down right now, I think I might just overlook or forget what I want to drop. What kind of citizens are we? What kind of leaders would we be if we were made to be leaders in a society where people reign, where people live? I was in a community meeting yesterday where the chairman of the whole of the community, I'm talking about a community of maybe 200,000 people to 500,000 people, very really large community, but was structured until now. It was actually had a structure until now, and so the outgoing chairman of that community, who had stayed there, metamorphosed in certain roles, as the community was getting bigger and bigger, was moving from one, say, was managing, say, 10,000 people, and then we expanded, 50,000 people, expanded, maybe. So they kept changing names until here we are. Particular community, and so now it cannot run anymore. The state government has disbanded all the area council development, area ACDC, area council development, something like that, community development, something like that. So so you're not going to run anymore, but you're going to have to hand over to some people. Now, let's imagine this is what happened. You had accusations of lack of openness, lack of flexibility, lack of accountability. These are real allegations, lack of accountability. Lack of transparency is what I wanted to say. He had people who worked with him in various categories, but were figureheads. Okay, so you now want to hand over to a new leadership, and the person who is being accused of various things, various allegations, and picked his ally to be chairman of the electoral board, along with I think 2 other people, making 3. All of these people is personal allies. It didn't end there. That's 1. Remember, allegation for the guy himself. 2, and picking of electoral board by himself alone in a community of say 100,000, 200,000 people. It's a larger community. So unpicked, and then it didn't end there. We had a meeting yesterday. I was there, and the question was, let's listen to the people who want to vie for the other offices. Let's hear their manifesto. What can they do? How would they make things better? And the outgoing chairman, who has the allegation of lack of transparency, has picked his deputy to be the next chairman, along with a particular, let's call him opposing guy, antagonistic guy, yes, who also wants to be chairman. So here we are. It didn't end there. For me, what shocker was at the meeting yesterday, where you were meant to listen to the people who wanted to vie for offices. I haven't seen dictatorship in a long time, since Abacha. I think the last time I saw dictatorship was Abacha, where the chairman of the electoral board will say, everyone who is speaking, I want you to speak for 3 minutes. You ask him question in 2 minutes, and that's it. Okay, so everyone else had given their speech and then questions, and it came to the guys who are running for chairman. Okay, extend this to 10 minutes. Let's ask them questions, what they're going to do. Say, no, I'm not going to bend the rule. It's 5 minutes. This is the whole community. Now, remember that a democratic leader will throw those decisions back to the community and throw a vote. Should we not? Right? And Pam Dictator, I saw. It's someone I know. Now, this same set of people, electoral board, had cancelled all the criteria. No criteria, just imagine. No meaningful criteria for people who are running for offices to manage people's funds and manage a community. Out of all the criteria laid down, education was struck out. We don't care about what education. Either you go to school or you don't go to school. This is a statement that was made by a man who himself is educated. In 2022, we don't care if you went to school or not, to manage funds for people who are chartered accountants, lawyers, doctors, engineers, people of high caliber. And you bring in someone, you don't care if he has education. Now, of course, I understand the joke is the person is bringing in is a sound person, no doubt, but doesn't have that qualification, any at all. How do I know this? The electoral board that brought their term in, yours truly happened to be the electoral chairman, yours truly. And the structure then was the past chairman had come up to a community meeting to say, I am going to hand over to the next person. So, community, I'm calling you today. Nominate the person that will be the electoral chairman. Nominated people, screened the people, chose 3 people, did a vote. Yours truly was handpicked. No, not handpicked. Yours truly won that election to be electoral chairman. Transparency. And Pam, we sat down. All the CDAs, you must have representation on that board. Okay. Found a way to have all members of those CDAs, which has expanded largely now, have those CDAs represented, so that you can say, you won't say you were cheated anyway. The openness and fairness came to play. Well, as of today, all those structures of, let's do it this way, let's be fair, all of those things have been removed completely, and now it is more like an all-comer. Anybody can come and run. All of that is to say, so we ask a particular 1, 2, 3 people who we know in the community to be very, very highly placed. 1, 2, reliable, resourceful. Why are you not running for chairman? They say, I'm not qualified by their criteria. What's the criteria? The criteria that you must have attended a local government trainee. They call it SHA. That's a community discussion, and you have a certificate that we are local government is arranging. The guys who are the outgoing ESCO attended that training while in office, but they changed the goalpost that you must have attended it before you come to office. They changed that goalpost. What am I trying to say in all these my stories? We complain a lot about the leadership of Nigeria, for example. We talk a lot. Why are they not like that? Why like this? Why is it? We call for change, we call for newness, we call for openness, we call for flexibility, we call for democracy. Trust me, The people who are calling for democracy, if you put them in office, you realize they are worse as leaders. Yeah. Those people who are antagonize others, trust me, put them in office. They are worse. The greatest shock for me is that a lot don't understand that the model of Nigerian leadership we have is just a big model of the small model of our communities. We are Nigerians. We are who we are. We are what we ask for. The kind of leadership we have up there is the kind of leadership that we have at the lowest level of leadership. We are not different from the people who are up there. We're the same. And guess who talk a lot and speak some, oh God, they can run government down. They can talk about state governors. They can talk about the president. That same person, that same chairman can so talk against exactly what is displaying at that point. A man who, as it is, let me summarize it. You climb up a ladder, you climb up a height through a ladder, and you destroy that ladder and change the whole system. Anyone who wants to climb, I'm changing the style. No, now. So we're not different. Well, Nigeria will be good, and I think that it will start from your corner. So when you listen to it, guys, watch them. I'm not too sure they're different from what you see up there. What you think you see. Let me put it that way. What you think you see up there, practically the same thing that we are down here. Have a very lovely day. Enjoy your weekend. Today is Sunday the 14th. Would have been my dad's 109th birthday. The most wonderful man that came to earth. Yes. Anyway, have a very lovely day. Bye.